Last working day. It happened 4 months ago. I'm a student, 21 years old, and I work part-time as a security guard in an office. I work the night shift 3 times a week. I have not noticed anything unusual during my entire work, and neither have my colleagues. And then one day the next working day came, Friday. I packed up all my things, overalls, flashlight, baton, and put down some food, boarded a bus and set off. When I arrived at the office, I changed my clothes and started waiting for them to give me the keys and the staff to leave the room. At 21 or 40, the office was completely empty. I locked the main door and got to work. The job wasn't particularly difficult. I had to make my rounds every hour and make sure nothing happened in the office. After making my rounds, I returned to the security room after closing the door. It was 23 o'clock on the clock, and I realized that it would be nice to have dinner. After taking out the sandwiches and making tea, I heard some rustling on the second floor, but I didn't pay attention to it. The security room was on the first floor. I started eating dinner, but the rustling didn't stop, and then I realized that I needed to check what was there. I'll do my rounds at the same time. I took a flashlight and a baton and went to the second floor. After carefully examining everything on the second floor, I noticed a silhouette at the end of a dark corridor. I'm not a timid guy, but I'm careful. After taking a couple of steps forward, I managed to realize that something was standing and just looking at me. I couldn't quite figure out what it was, so I took a couple more steps, and then I just froze. In front of me, I saw something that looked like a human, but it wasn't. The only thing I could see was the pale skin of the creature and a body that was covered with scars. I immediately turned around and ran to the security room and locked it. I took out my phone and wanted to dial the police, but out of the corner of my eye, through the window of the security room, I saw that it had come to me. I froze and just stared at him. I managed to make it out completely. It was skinny with pale skin, covered in scars. Fur was visible on some parts of its body. Some teeth were missing. Its eyes were very dark in color, and its nose was badly damaged, as if it had never existed. The skin clung to its bones, so it could be said with certainty that it was hungry and had found food for itself. We stared at each other for about 10 or 15 minutes, but then it moved to the door and just started knocking with its index finger, wanting me to let it in. 2 fingers were missing from his left hand. Then the knocking turned into heavy blows on the door, but I knew it wouldn't open the door because it was solid and the windows were thick enough. Despite his decrepit physique, the blows were very strong, and my fear grew stronger and stronger. I finally came to my senses, picked up the phone and started dialing the police. After specifying the exact location, I was asked to wait 7 to 10 minutes before the patrol arrived. Then, turning around, I saw that the creature had calmed down and started running away from the door. I saw that it had started to move back to the second floor, so I wasn't going to leave. The police arrived. They told me to open the door, but I couldn't leave the security room because I was still scared. Soon the head of the office arrived, opened the door. They took me out, and the office was thoroughly examined, but nothing was found. Then one of the guards who came to the office with the boss took me away from the patrol and said that he had seen the same thing 2 weeks before my shift, but could not call the police because there was no communication. The poor guy sat there until the morning, until the staff came and the office opened. After that, the second guard said that he never worked night shifts. Immediately, the boss sent me home. After getting enough sleep and recovering, I quit the office, and I never work night shifts anymore.